10-day detox. Now, it may sound a little intense, but it's only 10 days, and what do you have to lose? Perhaps some weight or some cravings. In my previous video, I shared with you how I was surprised when I discovered that I'm borderline pre-diabetic. And despite my efforts of trying to live a healthier life of eating right, exercising, trying to get good sleep, and manage my stress. I also outlined some of the steps that my client and I are taking for metabolic health, especially now that I'm in my 60s. And the first step that we're taking is doing a 10-day detox. Embarking on a 10-day detox involves focusing on nourishing whole foods that's going to support your metabolic health. And these are the foods that you can enjoy during this period. So let's start with non-starchy vegetables such as leafy greens like collards, kale, and cabbage. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. You can also have the squashes like yellow squash and zucchini. And the non-starchy vegetables will be sweet potatoes. You can have Japanese sweet potatoes, orange sweet potatoes, and purple sweet potatoes, which are one of my favorites because it's loaded with polyphenols. And whenever you see like the color purple or violet, that means that it has a lot of antioxidants. And so when you go into the grocery store and you're trying to figure out what vegetables you want to have, look for a different array of colors like peppers. You can have the red peppers, the yellow peppers, the green peppers. You can have some beets. You can have some, different color squashes and things like that. Your microbiome really love a diverse selection of foods. So when you're going to the supermarket, look around and make sure you're adding these different type of vegetables into your cart. Next is high quality proteins such as 100% grass-fed beef, not conventional beef. You can also have organic chicken. If you can find pasture raised, that's even better. And then you can have wild caught seafood such as salmon, flounder, and cod, and then also shrimp. And one of my favorites is sardines. Sardines are great because that little can is loaded with 1,700 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids, and it also has 22 grams of protein. Now, if you're vegetarian or vegan, you can have tempeh or tofu. And the last on this list is pasture-raised eggs. Now, pasture-raised eggs are kind of expensive. All the eggs are expensive, but no conventional eggs if you can do that. I usually like to have a lot of eggs because I boil them and have them when I'm hungry. One egg is 6 grams of protein, so that's a good source of protein to have around when you want something to snack. Next, we have a variety of nuts and seeds, and some of my favorites are walnuts, pecans, macadamia nuts, and also pistachio. I also love pumpkin seeds because I like to put them on my salads, and pumpkin seeds is a great source of zinc. We also have hemp seeds, chia seeds, and flax seeds. Those are great because they're loaded with omega-3 fatty acids and also protein. Then we have healthy fats. You can have coconut oil, olive oil, and avocado oil, and especially avocados by themselves. You can also have butter, but make sure it's pasture-raised. You can't forget about our fruit. Please make sure it's low glycemic fruit, like no mangoes, pineapples, or bananas. Those are kind of sweet, so they'll spike your blood sugar. But you can have plenty of berries. You can have apples and kiwi. And next, we want to make sure that we stay hydrated, so plenty of water. You can also have green tea. Now, these are the things that you should avoid. And if you notice, I gave you the things that you could have before the things that you should avoid. I didn't want you to click off the video after you heard the things that you should avoid. But like I said, it's only 10 days and you're going to really enjoy how you feel after resetting your body and not eating all of the processed foods. So let's start with the first thing that you're going to avoid. So let's start with processed foods. Processed foods is made with food and other chemicals, so you're gonna try to stay away from that. When you go to the supermarket, try to shop around the perimeter because that's where you have your refrigerated items, so you know that they're fresh. We're gonna also start with dairy, no dairy. You can have eggs, but particularly no liquid dairy. Also, I had a client who was struggling a little, so she had some yogurt, and it was grass-fed yogurt. It was very clean, and then after a while, she weaned herself off of that. And then beans and legumes. Now, if you're vegan or vegetarian, you may need that as a source of protein, but if not, I would suggest try not to have that because that can kind of upset your digestive system. And then also no grains and gluten. That means no bread, no rice, no pasta. It's just 10 days, just to try to get your body reset, like I said. We're also going to have no coffee. Now, if it's extremely hard You know, and you have to have the caffeine and you have to have the coffee, then have it. If you can do without it, then you can have the green tea. And then also we want to make sure that we stay away from deli processed foods. You know, they're loaded with nitrates and salts and stuff, so we want to stay away from that. And then also sugar and artificial sweeteners are deadly. And then if you can, you know, you should really try to stay away from sugar. And when you're off this detox, you can use alternative like allulose is a sugar substitute that doesn't spike your blood sugar. So let me show you how I put this into practice. I'm going to show you my go-to breakfast, which is my protein smoothie shake. And I like this shake because I can include a lot of protein, which is very important. It is suggested that, especially as you age, you should have 1 gram per body weight. And it's kind of hard to get that, so I try to make sure I get a lot first thing in the morning. Also, one thing I really want you to remember is to always include protein, fiber, and fat in each meal. And that's even after your detox. Because number 1, it helps keep you satiated, and number 2, it helps slows down the rate in which glucose hits your bloodstream. So I'm going to show you how I put this together, and this is one meal that you can use and can have for breakfast. So I start with my liquid, which is coconut milk. And I use coconut milk because it's 100% coconut and water, and it's also a good fat. And then to dilute that, because that's a little thick, I use this brand called Harmless Harvest, and it's refrigerated and organic, so you know it's fresh. So I use some of that to dilute that because I don't want it too thick. Now the powders that I use, this particular brand is called Clean Whey Protein. It's from grass-fed goats. I also use whey protein from grass-fed cows. This particular brand, 2 scoops is 24 grams of protein. And it has no flavor, it's very clean, so it doesn't make your smoothie taste kind of chalky. And then also I use hemp hard. 2 tablespoons of hemp hard is 10 grams of protein, so already I have 34 grams, right? So I'm using 2 tablespoons. Then I'm going to use 10 tablespoons of chia seeds. And 2 tablespoons of chia seeds is 6 grams of protein. So far I have 40 grams of protein already. I'm going to add some fiber, which is some psyllium husk. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon. And then I'm going to add some more fiber, which is a handful of greens, whichever greens you like. And then to finish off, I'm going to add like 1.5 cups of organic frozen berries. And there you have it. I blend it up, and then this is my breakfast smoothie. So you'll notice that this protein smoothie shake is not that sweet, and that's because we didn't add any banana or dates or any ingredients to make it sweet. And that's for a good reason, because I'm trying to help you eliminate your cravings for sweet. You know, the 10-day detox is about detoxing and about trying to get rid of the cravings, and also to eat whole, nourishing foods, and to eliminate processed food. Now, this diet was adapted from Dr. Mark Hyman. He's a functional medicine doctor that believes that food is medicine, and that is true. My clients have also experienced losing cravings and also losing weight, and they're very excited to see the next steps they're going to take. So I hope you follow us on this journey of trying to be metabolically healthy and trying to make sure that we keep our blood pressure, our blood sugar, and all our cholesterol numbers in check. And with that, I hope that you continue to watch me. Make sure you hit the notification bell, the thumbs up, and subscribe, because the next video I'm going to be making, I'm going to be sharing some other recipes that I make during the 10-day detox, and I'm going to show you how quickly I prepare them and how delicious they are. So until then, stay well, blessed, and healthy.